Welcome to Quarantine Comedy. This is Lenny Schmidt. Do me a favor.
Hey, welcome to Lily Schmidt's Quarantine Comedy. That's right, I am in charge now. This show is where we talk with entertainment professionals about their lives, their careers, and how they've adapted before, during, and after COVID, or if they've adopted at all. This show, we live stream Monday and Wednesday.
This is so
6 p.m.
confusing.
Pacific time, and every show is uploaded to an audio podcast to all platforms, such as Apple Music, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Lily Schmidt's Quarantine Comedy is brought to you by you. We have 0 sponsors. We support solely by you, the viewers. And if you want to help support, like us, continue to support other artists, if you can look at the ticker, you can support with other ways financially. It'll show you up there. We have a great show for you today.
Lily, are you on my computer?
No! I gotta go.
Hey, it's me. What's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? Hi, welcome to Lenny Schmidt's Quarantine Comedy. I'm having minor sound issues. I don't know if you've noticed, but there were 19 different versions of that audio coming through. Did you hear that? Just turn this down, turn this up, turn this down, turn this up. All right. Hold on. Check. Well, that's good enough. Check. Check test. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Sorry, man. I don't know what happened, but things got... Here's what happened. I went to Little Rock for a week, and the kids from Westview were in charge of updating all the equipment, and they didn't do it. Those little shits. It's good to be here. It's good to be home. I was on the road last week, Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, most of you guys know that. Some of you guys know it's gone. It was great. It was doing shows again. I was live on stage in front of people, telling jokes. It was awesome. Sold some CDs and stuff. That's good. Everything's going very well. Everything went well. It was a good trip. It was safe. It was in the airport. Plane was packed with people again. So there you go. That's all I got. That's all I got for you people. It's good to be back. There's a lot of stuff going on. I got to send a message out to Patreon-wise right after the show to update everybody on what's going on in the next week or so. Some of you guys that don't know what's going on or may not know, May 1st, this Saturday, is Reconnecting Comedy. It's the live viral sketch improv video show I do once every 2 months. And it is this weekend. And it features me, myself, John McClellan. Brad Tassel is involved this time. Steve Goody. And, of course, Cody Dove will be here doing improv with me. And... many people from the Patreon page. Robin Greenberg, who's here, who I've got yet to say hello to. And then whoever else I can get on the show. So there we go. Make sure you do me a favor while you're watching the show right now. Please make sure you like the video, share the video. That goes a long way. People, it's important. YouTube cares about that for some reason. That's what they told me. YouTube says you need more people to watch and share. And I said, okay. So I'm putting that on you. You people. You need to like and you need to share. And subscribe to the channel. So there you go. If you enjoy the show, you know the deal. This show's here every Monday and Wednesday, streaming live at 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you can watch the show, we have sponsors. No, we don't. There are no sponsors. No commercials. None. We are supported solely by the entertainers. You know that because I think you just heard Lily explain it all to you there. So if you want to support the show financially, go to one of those options right there. The best one, LennySchmidt.com/if-you-can. All the information is right there. You can jump on board and throw some money at the show. And then this week, of course, is Reconnecting Comedy on May 1st. I have, at the end of the show, I'm going to show a clip. I didn't want to do this before the show. I found out Saturday, right before we went on, that Carl Labove had passed away, and I mentioned this on my Facebook. And some of you know, some of you do not, guys that watch the show. Carl was the guy that, and this is all over Facebook, by the way. A lot of people are saying this. Carl was the guy that made me want to do stand-up. Carl, a lot of guys, he gave a lot of guys. Here's the thing about Carl. He was a brilliant comic. And he was the most unbelievably supportive comic I've ever seen to every comic, no matter if you're an open micer or you're a middle feature headliner. He came out and started shows. He was just supportive. He was on stage. He was one of the most creative guys I've known, and he was the guy that inspired me to just stand up. And I found out he passed away literally 4 minutes before he got on stage Saturday night. This is my brother Mike, by the way, who that's the third time I think he sent me a text and said, "Hey, this person died there. You means a lot to you." And then sent another text immediately that said, "Oh, you're going on stage right now to tell jokes, aren't you?" And I go, "Yes." So Brenda's got a blue cup emoji. I like that. Very cool. Anyway, Carl passed away Saturday, and at the end of the show, I'm not going to do it before the show, but at the end of the show, I'm going to show a clip of his. It's a 5-minute clip, his drinking and driving bit, designated driver bit. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen, and I'll do it after our show. Let's do that because it's long, and I don't want to do it beforehand. So there we go. How are the rest of you guys doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Everybody's here. The Mulligans are here. By the way, I can't wait to see some of you guys next week in Vegas. I am honored that many of you are coming out to Las Vegas to see me when I play Delirious Comedy Club next week. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to that. We'll get together. We'll do something. We'll have a drink or have some dinner. Something along those lines for sure before you guys leave. I know the Mulligans are leaving Saturday, and the rest of you guys will be in Friday. I'm actually off late Friday night, so it'll be cool. So thanks for coming to the show. I appreciate it. I'll try hard not to suck next week. I'll try to do a good show. Usually I'll just go suck. But you guys, I'm not going to suck. Yeah, well, you know what? We should go do a breakfast or something. That'll be easier if we have shows at night or whatever. We can get drinks after shows. Whatever. We'll figure it out. News-wise, not a lot. I didn't really check much news today. I've been running around quite a lot today. There was census stuff that came out that I don't think anyone gives a shit about. California lost a seat for the first time ever as far as representatives go. And that's all I got, man. That's all I got. That's all I got as far as setup for this particular. No cruise news, really. I have a lot of cruise speculation. I don't know if you watched the Oscars. I'm not an Oscars guy, so I can't, you know what I mean? I can't be like, oh, wow, that dress was cool. I don't really care about any of it. But they had 9 million viewers. It's the funniest shit that I've heard ever. 9 million viewers. Let me put that in perspective. Last year, they had 28 million, and it was their lowest ever. They're like their lowest. It was embarrassing low last year at 28 million. Their highest was 53 million, the one that Billy Crystal hosted. One of the ones that Billy Crystal hosted. So 9 million. 9 million? That can't be good, right? That's bad. All right. I've had enough. Folks, let's get going. I know last week I told you guys who was going to be here Monday, and I lied to all of you. I said Jaron Poynter was going to be here. He's not going to be here. But you know who he's going to be here? My good friend from Houston, Texas, the one and only John Wessling. He's going to be here. So he was on the show before. I think before we did a lot of these upgrades and shit. I think I didn't have any of this fancy tech stuff. I think John was on when I had a hamster in a wheel and we were doing stuff and people were sketching things. I think that's what was happening. So let's see if we can do this the right way. Let's show John how fancy we've become. Let's take a good look at my good friend, the one and only John Wessling.
You know what I mean? My mom's a trip. Look, let me explain something about my mom. My mom, she was a school teacher, right, for like 38 years. And she just retired last year, and she's kind of, and she was already kind of hardcore anyway. Look, let me explain my mom. My mom's one of them grizzled country women. My mom, I'm the youngest of 5 brothers, right? No women in my family. So my mom was aggro. Like, my mom will take a jab just to get close. You know what I mean? I don't know if you watch a lot of MMA, but that's a fighting skill you rarely see in women, you know? You know, she'll work to the left and go inside. Like, she's tough. She'll eat one on the way in just to close the distance. Some of you boxing fans will know what I'm talking about. And my mom, like when I was a kid, her parental weapon of choice was the wooden spoon. Yeah. Some of y'all have been hit with that wooden spoon before. I heard that. I felt that emotional trauma wave go through the room. I'll tell you what, I hate the wooden spoon. And some of you are wooden spoon moms. I saw you walk in. You see a woman over the age of 55, 60 years old with a massive purse. Guess what? That thing's full of pills and wooden spoons.
Folks, that's my good friend John Wessling. Here he is live on, not on stage, live on this computer. Here he is, John Wessling.
Hey, what's up, Lenny? How dare you surprise me and make me watch a clip of myself?
I was gonna.
It hurts.
I wanted to find a clip from farther years ago. Like I wanted to find when George Solano was on. I played a clip when he had to be 25.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if I can if I can find embarrassing clips, they're great. But that was the good
How
one.
they digitize that footage?
Was that your dry bar special?
That was when I recorded my clean album for 800 Pound Gorilla.
Nice, right on, nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool. Dude, you know how close we just came to me accidentally wearing that same shirt? That almost happened.
Like, I
almost grabbed that. I almost grabbed that Shark Week shirt, and instead I grabbed the Velveeta Room shirt. And but I can't tell you how often that happens to me. Like I show up to gigs wearing the shirt from the headshot, like it looks like I just came out of the car from the picture. Yeah,
right.
I'm bad about that.
Well, I said that I mentioned that on the show. I go, if you watch the show long enough now, I've got 150 episodes in a year or whatever. You'll realize I've only got 8 shirts.
Yeah.
Like every time, I'll look at footage and go, I'll literally, some days I'll have the same shirt for all week. I can't wear this shirt today. I wore it every episode this week.
Well,
it can't be good.
It's not that, and I'm same boat. It's not that I only have 8 shirts. I technically have somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 shirts, but there's only 8 that are in the active rotation as far as I feel.
No, I do the same thing.
I'm at the appropriate fat level to wear these shirts. Yeah, I can tell exactly how much I weigh within about a pound and a half margin of error just by which shirts I have and how they fit.
Oh, that means you're very in touch with your weight. That's smart. That's good.
Yeah, sadly, it's in touch. It's like at the top end. That's what I'm saying. I wish I knew what my clothes fit like when I was 215 pounds and doing Ironman and shit. But nope, that's not it.
No,
that's not happening.
No, whatever. Well, whatever. As long as I got a shirt that fits now, that's all I care about.
Well, yeah, 2 or 3 at a time. I find myself doing laundry pretty often just because I'm home. And dude, this is my second time back on the Quarantine Comedy Show. Last time was just about exactly a year ago when you first started doing it. I feel like we're 2 wandering strangers in The Walking Dead that haven't seen each other in 8 seasons of the show. And
we run into each other.
I can't believe you survived. I can't believe I survived.
Wessling?
I found a. Is that you?
Is that
Lenny?
you?
Lenny?
You're alive?
But your studio, I was noticing that before you even mentioned it, I was watching while I was in the waiting room. And wow, you've really, I like the microphone setup that you got there, the camera angle. When I did the episode with you, you had like a Chicago Bears flag thing. It looked like ISIS film school.
It
looked like you were setting up. It was the long talky part before the beheading starts.
Yeah. That flag is good enough for now. Go. And you're okay. It's a Bears flag. That's okay.
And I feel bad for those guys because it is it's almost like a Catholic church where there's an hour and a half of talking and most of it in a language you don't understand before they finally get down to the action. But,
it's got to be a lot of training before you finally learn to blow something up or do the video.
Yeah, a lot of standing up on your knees, standing up.
This is bullshit. When do we do the video? Just calm down. There's a lot to learn. Yeah. You can't just run into a video.
We're going to trim most of this out. They will only cut to the.
It's only the actual video is only 8 seconds long. What?
We're waiting for the stream to go live. The numbers are building up right now. I'm going to vamp a little bit here.
The hard drive is reconfiguring as we speak.
But it looks good, dude, and I'm glad to see that you're chopping wood at this, man. You've built yourself a nice little friendly audience during all this shutdown.
Yeah, dude, I'm very lucky. I always say I don't have a ton of followers, but the followers I have are amazingly supportive and they're here all the time. And they're coming. A lot of them are coming to Vegas next week. I'm always amazed when that happens.
Oh, that's great.
That's very sweet. So I got Vegas, and not even know. And then there's a group of maybe 6 of them or so. They're going to end up in Vegas next week. So there we go.
Well, that's great. That's all. And you said you're working at Delirious Comedy.
Yeah,
I've heard good things.
Yeah. I have not. Wow, there was a burp and a hiccup at the same time. You ever heard?
Oh, a verp? You had a verp?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Man, I think part of my esophagus came up.
No, I got one.
Yeah, I haven't done that club yet.
45, I get secondhand GERD or whatever it's called.
45, dude. Wait till you're 56. There's all kinds of stuff happening up.
Oh, I'm getting there, dude. I'm catching up.
I just realized this. I realized last night I need a new bed.
Oh yeah.
Here's how I realized this. You know, this shit. You're noticing this shit now because in your 40s you notice it. But a comfortable bed is kind of a big deal because it messes up your back and stuff. So I was on the road for a week in Little Rock and I felt pretty good. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm feeling all right. Blah blah blah. And one night in my own bed, I got up and I'm like, oh god, my back is killing me. And then it hit me. I'm like, oh god, I need a new mattress. It's got to be. The mattress. I thought it was.
I hate when it's the other way around, where you stay at a hotel or something and the bed is better than the one at home. And you're like, oh my god, I feel so rested and my back doesn't hurt. I think I will go walk around today.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, that's what happened in Little Rock.
Shit.
I felt great in Little Rock. I was walking around. It was great. But when I got home, you know what's the worst? Well, you know the worst is the beds on the ship. Those are terrible.
Oh, those are horrible.
Those are the worst.
Those are horrible. There's a reason the guys in the Navy call them racks, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, I'm by no means a tall guy, but you still got to go diagonal so that you don't jam your foot into a steel bulkhead.
Yeah, I enjoy getting my ankles roughed up by the metal on the frame at the bottom of the bed. You know what I mean?
It's a good feel. It's a good feel.
It's a good feel.
But yeah, dude. Bed quality, that's one of those, that's how you're graduating in life. Like you're leveling up when it comes to being an old guy, is that it starts with like shoes. Like all of a sudden you're like, I mean, I really need new shoes, not so that they look better, but because I need that supportive insole.
Right.
I like that, it's good for my ankles. And you're like, oh shit, now I'm doing that. Now I'm wearing comfortable shirts. Now I have a favorite driving pair of pants. Like if I'm on a road trip. Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, I got flying pants. I got the same thing. I got the pants.
You got flying pants?
I got my traveling pants. These are my travel pants.
Yeah.
I put those on.
I
couple
used
extra
to have
pockets.
those
I don't need a belt. You know what I mean? So those deals. I don't like to have to deal
Yeah.
with the belt when I'm traveling. So.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. If you're making all of your fashion choices while traveling based off of, TSA regulations and smoothness, you're not the 007 world-class traveler you think you are. You know what I mean? We all like to fancy ourselves Don Draper walking through the first class lounges of America, when instead we just look like sweaty tourists who got off a Buddy Holly plane in Grand Turk earlier in the day.
Yeah. Well, everybody that travels these days now looks like they just got out of bed. Literally everyone. There was a time when when you traveled, you got dressed up. Like my father-in-law was really big on that. He was one of those guys that when he flew, he put on a suit and tie and a shirt and a jacket. You know, he was the old world European guy. He did that. But once after 9/11, man, with all the shoes and the checking and stuff that people got to do, there's always people with no socks on and slides and zebra pants and pajamas, and everybody looks like they just got out of bed. And it
used to be that classy travel, but now it's like corrections. Like as soon as you get
it's
through,
like air. They all look like Con Air. Every plane looks like Con Air now. We're just cramped a bunch of people.
Yep. And if all of a sudden an air marshal says get down, everyone has to get down.
Yeah.
And it's not as fancy. Now I find myself, like I'd say years ago, when I would see people looking all suave traveling, that I was like, oh man, that looks cool. You know what I mean? I have like a little fantasy getaway in my head thinking about that. And now they just kind of piss me off. Like I look at them like they're jerks. Like, look at this fancy bitch. Oh yeah. Yeah. What are you, flying the Dulles? Yeah. You got to go hit the lobby and get your legislation through, you fucking mover and shaker. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Johnny Millwater still travels like that. He travels in a full
suit
and jacket and stuff.
You know, never tell you why he does that? Why he dresses up?
No, I know he does, because I see, and he even when he's got a rush, he'll do it. Why does he do it?
Yeah, he wears a full blown suit. Looks like old Jack Del Rio out there on the sidelines, sweating his ass off through a suit, right? And he told me the reason why is because his dad was a diplomat, right? And so they did a lot of overseas. Like he says he has to do it because he was born in Iran. Or Iran. He was born in Iran, so all of a sudden, every now and then, they just pop him and pull him aside, and he says they leave him alone when he's in a suit. He says, "You travel in a suit, they don't mess with you." Wow, like, hey, that's brilliant.
That's a pretty good point.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Good for him.
Slick. But dude, it looks so uncomfortable that I'm like, dude, I've had to travel with him from Jamaica through New York and then he went to, so it was like a long travel day we had to do one time right in the middle of August, and he did it in a suit the whole time. And I was like, dude, you're making my balls stick to my leg.
Oh, I can
only imagine how bad you feel.
We were flying out of Roatan once, and we had to, one of those deals, we got to the airport, and we were sitting there for like 6 hours before we left or whatever. It was a long wait there. And it's not.
Had to go to the separate location to do the immigration shit.
Yeah. And it's not the most well aired out airport in the world. They have those giant fans.
No.
Those huge. Then that's about it. But he was sitting there sweating the whole time. I kept looking. I'm like, dude, you've got to be dying in that suit. And he was like, yes, I am. I'm like,
yes.
Oh, all right.
And he always keeps a positive face just in case there's surveillance on him. I love Millwater. He's by far one of my favorite people. Yeah. I would say, I'll tell you how Johnny Millwater, great comic, great guy, how he earned my undying respect. He and I were working on a cruise, and the only reason we were on there is because they forgot to cancel us in time. It was a Backstreet Boys charter cruise for 4 days.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And we literally had no shows except for one on the very last day at like 6. He had one at 6, or no, I had one at 6. He had one at 7. Mm-hmm. And only 10 people showed up to each show. Okay. Right. Like literally they only had us on because like to make them pay for it because they forgot to cancel us in time. Right. And
was it the Backstreet Boys who came to see you?
Oh, absolutely not.
Wait,
no.
Okay.
We were very expressly forbidden to interact with the Backstreet Boys in the odd chance that we encountered them.
Yeah, right. Okay.
we were told
keep the comics away from the Backstreet Boys. Keep the comedians away.
They're like, his name is Fatone, not Fat One. Okay, just in case you have to talk to him. But anyway, so I go up and when I do my show for 12 people. I'm embarrassed to say I phoned it in, but I did. I sat on the stool. I talked to him. It was a fun show, but it's not like I went up and gave him the Grand Vegas. I didn't stick the dismount.
You didn't sell it. You didn't sell it.
It wasn't the floor routine. Yeah, I had a nice chat with these people when it was still 6 o'clock. It's bright, like it's a Caribbean sky right outside the.
Sure.
For the time, anyway, he goes up in the 7 o'clock show, full suit. And we're only having to do 30 minutes for the entire cruise. And he goes and does the all-star team hits. He unloads the truck for 12 people, including a fucking straight jacket.
Oh,
escape.
he did a straight jacket closer? Of course. That's his big hook.
Now, I hate to give it away, but I don't think it gives away the skill of it. But to get out of a straight jacket, they have to dislocate their shoulder,
right?
Which hurts like a bastard, no matter how often you've done it.
Yeah.
If you even have the skill of popping your shoulder out. So he does it, pops the shoulder out, and it's his big finale. And I know because I've worked with him several times. It's like he's dying up there. His shoulder hurts. He's going to go in the back and have to lethal weapon it up against the wall,
right,
just to get it back in.
A Mel Gibson.
And dude, and I'll tell you what, he sold it. He's standing up there with a dislocated arm. 12 people standing like they were like,
of course, good for him.
And I was like, Johnny, you have earned my respect as an entertainer that you just fully sold it all out for these 12 people. It's like, I am proud to be the other comic on this trip. You just sunned me.
Dude, that blows me away.
Impressed.
I was always impressed that he just did that twice a week. So that not even thinking about the 12 people thing. No matter what.
He didn't even have to do it. He could have done one of his other sets.
Oh, he could have done any one of the 30-minute sets that he had, but he did this. He did the straight jacket suit for 12 people. That's great.
For 12 people.
Dude, that's commitment.
I love Johnny Millwater, man.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in forever. I hope he's okay.
I'm sure I think he's fine. I asked him early on to do the show, and he couldn't do it. I wanted him to do it with Kim, and he couldn't do it.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, that's cool. I think they did a show together not too long ago. But then again, since 2020, time really doesn't go like it used to, did it? No, holy crap! Every week is a month. Every day is a year. Holy crap! It just swims by.
Well, you hope you. Well, you're you're Houston, right? You guys are pretty much. Well,
yes,
first
sir.
of all, you're Texas, so you guys don't give a shit, right? You guys are all open. You're wide open.
We've got a lot of problems going on with that. Yeah, but which is maddening because I do what you do, and we haven't been able to go work and do everything because everything's shut down. But my local yokel idiots are just out there enjoying their freedoms, pal. you know? And I'm like, oh, if you idiots would just go sit in the house for about a month, maybe 2,
Yeah.
we could have had this all figured out. But no. Hey, I get it. I
Well,
get
you
it.
guys they're doing the vaccine rollout there, right? Is everybody? Yeah. Are you been shot? Yeah, you got your shots.
I have. I'm on Team Pfizer, playa. I don't know about you, but
Yeah,
I got my second shot April 6th, so I'm fully vaxxed now.
Yeah, I'm fully vaxxed. So I got. In fact, me and my oldest are, and I just set my youngest up. She's going for her first appointment this week. So.
Oh,
So
that's
it's good.
great. That's great. How did you feel from it?
I felt fine. I keep talking. Something happened with the second shot, man. That not only did I not get sick, I felt better than I had in years. Something happened where
Oh, that's great.
I came home that night and they go, I feel great. And I'm like, I was supposed to go out that night, and they go, no, I'm going to stay home just to be safe because I keep hearing it sneaks up on you. So the next morning I get up and again, I feel great again. So I worked out. You know what I mean? But for like 4 straight days, it felt invincible, like amazing invincible. I couldn't believe it.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Dude,
did you ever drop?
You just got super soldier serumed. That's what
I think that's what it is. I think I'm a super
You got the
soldier.
wrong one.
They picked the wrong guy, though. I'm like, 20, 30 pounds overweight. I'm the worst super soldier. I got a bad right knee. You know, I mean,
You're more of a super sized soldier.
Yeah, I'm more of a super dispatcher. You know what I mean? That's what I would be. I'd be more along that.
That's something they need in the
Hey,
Avengers.
Universal 71, look to your left. You know, that's more like my style. You know, can't fight anything.
But like, you never take breaks. You never go off work.
No, I can watch all the drone footage and go, "You've got incoming, gentlemen." You know, that's me. That's my job.
Dude.
I can
That's
pull
that. You know what? That's a really good superpower. It's the superpower dispatch. I'm gonna write that down.
Hang on,
I want to turn that into something.
do it. Take it. Hang on. I'm going into the board because people make comments, and I'm gonna go back. I saw the word thong for some reason, and I know that I'm sure that came from Keith, and yeah, it did come from Keith. I can. You can travel on it. Oh, you're talking about the travel. You can travel on a thong, claps, chaps. Oh, a thong and chaps. That's not really good. Oh, the Chicago flag is gone. I'm sorry. All the flags are down because I started taping a podcast with my youngest daughter Lily last week, so I used all the flags in the front room for a backdrop. So I just answered.
That's pretty nice.
That question. So.
Oh, I like that opener. My God, how Lily looks like she's 28, works for Remax at this point. Oh my God!
I know.
When did you raise a young woman like that? Good job,
thanks.
dude.
She'll be 19 in a couple of weeks. That one.
Oh my God.
Or no, I'm sorry. She'll be 17 in a couple of weeks. 17. The oldest is 19.
Wow.
She's
good job, Dad.
So far, it's one of the 3 things I've done relatively well in my life: being a father, cook, and comic. That's it. Those are the 3 things I've nailed. Everything else, I think
now that I'm on this show today, I think I've done all 3 of those today.
Yeah. You got the kids. Well, your wife's out of town, right?
My wife she went to go hang out in Kansas City with a couple of her friends, and I got all 4 kids here at the house, and it's been great. My wife, boy, I don't know how she does it because me having to do it over a 4-day weekend has been brutal.
Right.
My secret dad trick is I ply them with food.
Sure.
You know, whenever I know that we eat like it's a holiday, and we just are cooking, got baked cookies going. I figure that keep them fed, they shut up. You know,
that works.
It's pretty nice. But yeah, I'm digging it, man.
My kids like to go out to eat. That's their thing. They love going out to eat.
Yeah, who doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Except I can't go out to eat every day. You know what I'm saying? It's
dude.
Pricey.
My oldest. First off, she's now 3 inches taller than her mom.
Wow.
She's 14.
Holy
yeah,
cow.
dude.
All
Kenny is growing like a weed. But yeah, I know why we call her the $20 lunch. Because anytime we take everyone out to go eat, every time she has the most expensive entree. Always. Always. Like we go somewhere like, oh look, burger specials. It's a burger lunch. Say, oh, that's great. I'll get the bison burger with truffle oil. And it's like she just finds the upgrades, the upsells, hits them all. Like, dude, what time? I guess we were paying attention when she ordered, but we're all at a Mexican food restaurant and just having lunch special, the little $7 lunch special, and everybody kind of gets it. And all of a sudden, they bring her a sizzling plate and do tableside guacamole. Oh. I was like, "What? How did you?" I feel like that, and I felt like I was a little pissed at the waiter. I'm like, "Okay, you should have. I think you should have had to go to the parental check down here."
Yeah, the next time you want to bring it, $18 side dish to my table. You might want to run that by the
Yeah.
guy who's paying the bill. Yeah, and
I don't think
guacamole is the one they always get you at the Mexican restaurant, dude. Because my daughter, Lily's the same way. Lily always has, I get tacos. I get street tacos all the time. In LA, they have street tacos everywhere. It's the greatest thing in the world. It's almost like being
made
in
with
Ensenada.
authentic street.
Yeah. It's almost like being in Ensenada. I mean, and there's some places that are better than others, but man, I get street tacos all the time. But Lily goes, and she'll get cheese on every one, and then guacamole and all this other crap. But if we go to a restaurant, she'll order the guacamole, which they charge you $8 for a side of guacamole. You know what I mean? Which is like two avocados and a tomato. You know, just
dude. Yeah, well, that's the difference in being in Mexico or just being at a Mexican restaurant in the States. Because in Mexico, I mean, avocado, it's a nuisance plant. It's everywhere. Everyone has it. But you go to a restaurant.
Will you please take these off our hands? Yeah, sure. If want me to.
Yeah, please. Otherwise, the iguanas will eat it, and we can't get rid of them either. But then you go to
the iguanas get
valley,
big, and it's a problem. And
yeah. You go try to eat at Casa Vega, and they're acting like they had to smuggle the avocados up their ass across the border.
Yeah, right. Every time they throw any attitude or shade at me in like Casa Vega or any type of Mexican restaurant, I want to go, hey, it's a Mexican restaurant. Shut up.
Relax.
There's great Mexican all over this city. Don't act like you're doing anything special. You know?
Yeah. And here's one thing you've learned: if you lived in LA, you lived in any major American city, it doesn't matter what kind of restaurant you think it is. Go to the kitchen. That's a Mexican restaurant. They're serving Indian food?
Oh, that's great. Nah. Well, sort of.
Great. Look in the back.
Who are the chefs? That's Juan and Pepe in the back, whipping up your Indian food right now.
Oh, wow. Who made this sushi? Joaquin. It's very good. Very good. Delicious. Delicious toro. He's like, gracias. Like, okay, thank you. Konnichiwa. Oh, hey, Lenny, I got to tell you, I just recently branched out creatively, in part inspired by Lenny Schmidt.
No.
Dude. I've always, and you know this, every time we talk and hang out, huge fan of your work as an actor. You know, you are an amazing, accomplished comedian, but dude, your acting work is amazing. You've been in so many cool things. I bug you about it. With the scene you had in True Blood is me and my wife's favorite of all time.
Yeah,
we've pulled that up on HBO Max just to watch that episode again. I mean, it's so cool. So I always thought, like all the comics that is so cool. It is so cool, man. Like I can't imagine if I had a scene of me in a tuxedo getting torn apart by vampires. I would be the most irritating son of a bitch ever.
That's pretty good.
But talk about it. I'd have it saved on my phone all the time, like a hotkey, where I could pull it up and show the video. Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen this?
You guys didn't see? Yeah, you never saw me dressed like in the 20s in a tuxedo getting torn apart by vampires. Here we go.
I would show that too, except that half of the audio is me going,
oh, it's great. Oh, it was great. That looked like so much fun. It
was fun, actually. Shooting it was a blast. It was great.
Oh, I imagine it. Stunt blood. Oh, that stuff looks so cool.
Covered in, it's all corn syrup. It's all sticky.
Yeah, it's sticky and gross.
Oh, it's gross.
A lot of comics that I know that have done acting, a lot of it's, comedy acting, sitcom-y type stuff, groundlings kind of things. But like what I always liked is that you went like that's like serious acting chops, right? Like you've done some heavy stuff. So I was like, that's kind of what I want to do. I was like, I always thought I want to be like Lenny. I want to be a character actor. Those guys do amazing shit and they work forever. That's a brilliant career angle to go for. And I just about a month ago I was in an independent film. And
no way,
in Houston. Yeah, dude.
Right on,
it was one of the main roles in the film, and where it's basically 4 people in the house, kind of a weird sci-fi thing. And dude, I had an absolute blast doing it. It was so cool. And I think it's going to come out at the end of the year. And the movie's called DickHead. It's called DickHead. And I'm not allowed to say whether or not I am the dickhead of the title of the film, my character.
You want to give it away?
I don't want to give it away. But I think my character is very likable.
Okay.
I had a full blown mullet that I had to live with for about 3 weeks.
Oh, that's the best, man. Was it extensions or did you grow it out?
It grew out. I had it. My hair naturally goes into a mullet, Lenny. I don't know if you've ever seen me at sea or in a club. If I don't get my back the hair trimmed up every about 3 weeks, it naturally Joe Dirts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just full boom. Like that's the Texas. Like if I was on a desert island, it would not only would it grow long and curly in the back only, but 3 lines would appear on either side. this part would stay short somehow.
Sure, I got it.
Yeah, it would stay faded and with the line. And if I kill a man, I naturally get a notch in the eyebrow too. Which I don't know.
Nice. That just naturally happens. So good.
Well, yeah, like in prison, you get a teardrop tattoo for every person you kill.
Yeah.
In the redneck world, it's just it's a notch in the eyebrow, like you just hold like that. So if you see a redneck guy with the notches in the eyebrow,
that's good to know.
Killed a man.
That's
good to know.
Educational. Thank you.
I feel like I should have told you that before you went to Little Rock.
I should have known
like
that.
the kind of place where you'd run into that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did run into a little bit of that.
Stop into a pick and pack, and there's some guy with the notch in the eyebrow. But I really enjoyed I was gonna say the acting thing was so cool, and I thought about it. I was inspired by Lenny. I was like, look at me acting. This has nothing to do with comedy. It's just me. Look at me.
Was it straight? Is it a comedy, or did you play it all straight? Dramatic.
It's half comedy. It's like a weird, like I said, it's artsy time travel creepy shit. It all takes place in my character's apartment. Right. And so, that was the worst, is for 3 weeks shooting in a tiny little apartment, and it was all COVID protocols. Right. So it was, had to get tested. We had rapid testing, wearing masks and everything. And there's only like 5 people on the set. But dude, 3 weeks of wearing the same fucking shirt and cargo shorts, and my character had socks and Crocs. So it was just a hot sweat ball, nasty. Like all of us that worked on the film, by the end of those 3 weeks, we were like high school football teammates as far as being through the stink together, it was crazy. It was good, but I loved it. Yeah.
It sounds like my poor
I had a couple scenes I had to play real straight.
That's good, man. You just play it real. Good. I can't wait to see it, dude. How long where's it supposed to be released? Is it a short film? Is it a feature?
It's a feature. It's a feature length. The production company called Monster Closet. Okay. These guys I've worked with on a couple different things. They've had several films that they've made. Go to festivals, win a bunch of awards and shit. So that's the idea. Is hopefully I'll have a little art house film and get to go do a couple little festivals with it. That'll be a trip. Something I wouldn't have had a chance to do or time to do if the world didn't shut down.
Yeah, isn't that funny? No, that's a good example of COVID. Shit happens, and you're like, well, what am I going to do? I got to do something. I mean, you want to, you got to try and stay creative. You got to try and stay. I mean, that's what we do. We're creative. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, I could load a truck if I have to, but I don't want to.
Yeah. I'd do it creatively. It'd be all messed up. It wouldn't be my shit in that van.
What did you do? Doesn't it look original? I don't need original. I need full.
That's right. I told you I was a comic. Look how hilarious that is. It's it was. I was thinking about it, like, because this group, the first film they made, they offered me a role, but I couldn't do it because I couldn't come off the road for a month to go do the thing. And then they're, don't worry about it, man. And next time, I'm sure your schedules will work out. And I was so bummed seeing like the film got made, and then when they were taking it, it was winning stuff. I was like, God damn it! I should have been that guy at the convenience store or whatever it was, wherever the part was that they had for me. So this rolled around. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it this time, and it was cool. I'll tell you. Sorry, Lenny, I know I'm filibustering here, but
no,
I'll tell you the best $10 I ever spent, as far as under the premise of us trying to stay creative and do things that we normally wouldn't do. Best $10 I spent was about a month ago. I bought the Final Draft app for my phone. And because I was getting a little burnt out of just constantly being on my phone, doom scrolling, right? It's just been a bad year for that. Just spending too much time reading Twitter, Facebook. I was like, okay, I can admit I'm probably addicted to my phone, but I want to do something productive while I'm on it. And so I bought Final Draft for $10. And anytime I grab that, when I get that antsy feeling, just grab the phone, I just open up Final Draft instead of anything else and just start writing script pages. I got like 3 different projects that I either pick one and write stuff, or start a new one and just ramble. And I tell you, dude, it's already like I've gotten 2 new jokes out of it. I've got 2 scripts that I'm working on, and about 20, 30 pages in. And it is just replacing my phone social media time. Not even all of it, just about half of it. You're doing something productive.
Replacing your TikTok time?
Oh yeah, dude, it was such a polarity change. You know what I mean? I felt like I was taking that wasted time and turning it into productive time. And
dude, that's the best. I didn't know Final Draft had an app. I just upgraded my Final Draft last week, actually, to to the newest.
I mean,
version
I've got
or
the
whatever.
250 version, whatever it is that's on the laptop.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got a phone app, and it's just like if you can text, you can sit there and pop it out, and it's the same format.
Dude,
and you
I gotta
can
get that.
you
That's
you
a really
can
great
send
idea.
it right over to your you can send it right over to your laptop,
Right.
and the files all come up. You can edit back and forth, save revisions, notes, all that stuff.
Oh no way!
So
Oh
yeah,
my God, that sounds great.
yeah, absolutely. It's just like it's another platform for you to work on the same projects back and forth. It's so I was like, anybody out there, you'll drop $10 on a burger and fries at lunch.
Right.
If you're a creative person, I've gotten, even if everything I've written is shit and goes nowhere, just that creative boost
Right.
was enormous for me.
Well, plus it all leads to something. You know what I mean? If you if you write a script, nobody writes one script and it's perfect except David Mamet. He's the only guy that does that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Everybody else has got to write a script about 15 times, and you write it, and then you go, I got to redo it. So I'm trying to teach my daughter's in film now, so she'll write. She had to do a script last year, and she got so frustrated with her early draft. I was like, you can't. I go, you should see how many drafts. Read how many drafts there are sometimes of some of these films. You know, some films have ridiculous amounts of drafts. You know, like 15, 20. And you're like,
you should show her that, like, you're in all the unions and everything. You can get those production scripts.
Yeah.
And you get that front page where it's not like, it's not a third draft. It's like, no, it's 15th draft, 8 round of revisions, producer's notes. I mean, it ain't finished.
Shit, I got a bunch
it's not
of
finished
scripts
until
here.
it's done editing.
I got scripts from shows I worked on still here, and specs back when I had a writing job. So when she wrote, I showed her. I had a spec for That 70s Show. I go here's.
Oh, that's a good one. That was a great one to write for.
Yeah, and I go, so I wrote a spec for that years ago, and I go, here you go, and I go, look at the front, it says like 9th revision. I go, they're constantly changing, and I even told her, I go, when you work on a show, more times than not, when I worked on a show for a week, if I had a script on Monday, it still changed 3 times before Friday. You know what I mean? It's constantly changed.
Yep.
So that's just.
I imagine for actors too, because like, here's your sides. No, throw those away. Here's the new ones. What you need is the salmon pages. Do you have the salmon color pages? We're going to shoot those first, and then the cerulean pages in the afternoon. Now, you may not know what cerulean is, but it's kind of a robin egg blue. So if you see the robin egg blue, that's the afternoon section. You're like, okay,
dude, the biggest mistake I ever made on an acting set was NCIS, and I auditioned for the role, and it was only 2 lines, right? And they call me back, and I audition again, 2 lines. And then I show up for a wardrobe, again, 2 lines. I show up for the table read, again, 2 lines. Like, all right, this is great, man. It's a good piece of cake. So I show up to the day of the show. I have a call time at 6 a.m., and I'm there all day. I don't shoot all day long. And they bring me the sides, and I don't even look at it. I just throw them down. I'm like, oh, this is, all right, that'll be cool. I end up hanging out with Mark Harmon for lunch, and we were talking about football and just dicking around. It's great. And they go, you got to go to makeup. I go, no problem. So I go to makeup. I grab my thing. I pick it up, and I fling it open, and it's 4 pages of highlighted words. And I'm looking at it and going, oh, my God. Oh, my God, this is a monologue. And I look and the second AD walks up and I go, hey, when did you guys change oh, we did that this morning. Did you look it over? I go, yeah, I'm good. I was not good at all. And I'm like, oh, my God, so I had to cram 4 pages, a whole monologue. The whole scene is me walking in. It's in a vault, through the back of the bank, through the lobby, out the door, and I'm the only one talking for the first 5 minutes. And I had to fucking get it all down, like within.
And it's like, let me guess, it's all a walking one shot with crosses and turns and
people
through a door
walking by. Hey, how you doing? So then I said to her, and then another thing, and hey, what are you doing? Hey, and then anyway, it was horrible. And then every time we did it in one shot, so the camera would follow me all the way back, and then when I got to the front, I would stop, and they go, okay, back to 1. And by the time I got back to 1, I could hear the script supervisor screaming out every mistake I made. It's to the door, not on the door. It's glass, not cup. And I'm like, I know. It was so horrible. It was the worst. I thought, but then when you watch it, you're like, oh, I did okay. But I was so in my head for that shoot. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't look at the script once until 20 minutes before. But yeah, they changed it. That's the thing, though. That was when I learned. So even as an actor, man, when they hand you the size the day of the shoot, That's what you look at that right there, and that's your Bible, unless they say we're going to make a change. But you better check it first thing in the morning and make sure you know what your lines are, because I just assumed like, well, it's been 2 lines for the last 2 weeks. Okay, man, it's going to change, and I don't know why.
Yeah, right.
They gave you 4 pages to do.
What you didn't know is late the night before, one of the writers just got done watching one of your sets on YouTube. Says, "Oh my God, we have the great Lenny Schmidt. Why didn't you tell me? This guy's my muse."
We can't waste 2 lines on this guy. Let's give him some ex-wives and shit to talk about.
I mean, this isn't one of the Deloise children, for fuck's sake. This man is a professional. Get him off of corpse number 2. He is now detective on the scene.
Get him a trailer. Okay, people are making comments again. I got to respond to this really quick. Ben Magley, who's from Wisconsin, and he's a Packer fan. Don't hold that against him, although I do.
It happens.
Yeah. He wants to know if you have a comedy album. Do you have a comedy album? I know you do, but I want you to answer this question.
Well, thanks for that question. You know, sure. People ask me that all the time.
I bet.
I do. It's called. I have 2 that are out. The most recent one is my Clean album, but you wouldn't know that by listening. It's called Warm at First, and it's available pretty much everywhere. So, yeah, Warm at First. It doesn't sound clean, does it, Lenny? I honestly didn't even think of the possible entendre of the title when I put.
I like the double.
Album.
I like the fact it doesn't sound clean, but it is. That's cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
I like. I think people ask the secret of writing clean comedy, and it's you have to be sneaky and snide and feel like you're getting away with stuff. That's the best way. People, even people that say they love clean comedy, they like it when you get right to the edge and knowingly sneak back from it.
Yeah, they appreciate when you kind of tease that little thing. You know what I mean? When they tease, goofing around that area.
Well, like when we used to do the punchliner shows, when the clean show meant that there's going to be kids in the room. It's the skill of lobbing references over the tops of the kids.
Right.
And yeah,
well, I used to be one of my big hooks and I was the master of pretending like I was going to swear and catching it. You know what I mean? Like I purposely would do that a lot. I would say, and then people would go, "Oh, you almost swore," and I go, "Oh, you're right, I did."
No, I know, but I didn't though. I didn't. It's important that you say I didn't, because
I'd be like, "You son of," I can't believe. You know what I mean? Just catch myself. They'd be like, "I can't believe you did it." Yeah.
I used to say all the old the sneaky ones, like got dandruff, some of it itches. Cheese and rice.
That's pretty good. Cheese and rice. Cheese and rice is a classic.
Oh yeah. One. Cheese and rice is a good one. Yeah, you never heard "got dandruff, some of it itches"?
No, I've never heard that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a really good one, actually. I like that.
It's a good one to get away with. Yeah, it helps. I worked with a guy one time. I won't say who because it's a funny story. I don't want to make him sound bad, but he was. Yeah, you remember how it used to be? You the 2 clean shows and the late night shows, right? So we were kind of both hanging out. I did my clean show, and then he was doing his clean show. I got a cat tangled up in my wires there. Oh, yeah, I forgot internet rule. If the cat walks by, you must show cat.
Hello, there we go. That's right. See,
this is Dan. Hello, Dan. Hello, everybody on the internet. How are you? Good.
I love a cat with a human name. It's my favorite. Any animal.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yep. Especially when he gets in trouble and my wife yells at him, Daniel. Like it's our son or something. It's great. Get down from there, Daniel.
Daniel.
Oh yeah.
The cat's gonna be. Who the fuck is Daniel?
Oh, he fucking knows. He knows.
He gets called. Even the cat knows he gets called when he's in trouble. Daniel.
Yeah. Danny is sweet name. Dan is mildly irritated, but you're getting fucking called Daniel. You got into it anyway. So this guy very clearly had tried to retrofit an existing joke into a clean joke.
Okay.
And at some point he was trying, and the danger of that is you forget which one you're doing as you're telling it. Right. There's a muscle memory.
Sure.
So he's telling a story about being at some wildlife park, and there's a bear, and he gets real scared, and he's supposed to say, "I ain't gonna get eaten by no bear." So the clean version, he's supposed to say, "I'm not gonna get eaten by no bear," but evidently in the dirty version, "I ain't gonna get eaten by no fucking bear." So he says, I see him catch himself halfway between the C and the K, where it's already too late.
Right. You can't cover that up, I don't think.
That's the worst part. Shit, you can stop halfway through shit and turn it into something else. But yeah, fuck you. That's you're dead by the U. Really, it's anyway. So he just, I ain't gonna eat my no fuck. I ain't gonna get eat my no. And even the crowd went ooh, like he accidentally said it. And I was in the back where the manager and everything were, and they didn't hear it, but all of a sudden they saw the reaction. They're like, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, he almost said a bad word, but don't worry, he didn't." Right? And they just sort of, "Oh, okay, whatever." And I was like, "Dude," I told him, I was like, "I can't believe you." He was like, "Oh man," I was like, "You can't take an old dirty joke and clean it up, because in the heat of the moment, the wrong one will fall out."
When they're not on the fly, you know what I mean? If you gotta plan it beforehand and take the words out, know exactly what you're gonna say. I made that same mistake. I used to do a bit of my mom and my brothers. I go, my mom is really short and my brothers are all bigger than me. And I go, we're big 5 fat pigs. We're big 5 fat pigs, man boys, totally afraid of my mom. But in the adult show, I used to say big 5 fat fucking pigs. Right?
Yeah.
And so one day we're doing the Hawaii crossing. And I just decided, here's where it gets me, is when I decided to do the bit off the top of my head. I go, I'll throw this bit in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This will work out perfect for this crowd or whatever. So I get into it, and I said it, didn't even know he said it. I just kept going. And the crowd went, oh. And I'm like, what? And they go, you swore? And I go, no, I didn't. And they go,
no, I didn't.
You did. I go, no, I didn't, seriously. And then the whole crowd was like, no, you didn't. I go, where did I swear? Where? And they explained it to me. So we're having this debate on stage. So, and there were only like 2 kids in the room. It was a Hawaii crossing, so it was a different vibe for the older crowd.
Yeah, right.
It was more of an older crowd than, so not many kids, just 2 little kids. But then after they explained it to me, it dawned on me. I'm like, you know what? I could have easily done that.
I probably did.
I probably did. And then so I apologized on stage, and I finished the show, and I apologized to each of the parents. And I apologized to people as they left. I was like, that's all I could do. I mean, like, I owned it. I mean, I screwed up. So I even called, at the time, Carlo was in charge. And I contacted Carlo to let him know. Because I really had a feeling there was one person who was really upset. And I go, that person's that person's going to be a problem for me. So I go, you know what? I'm going to beat you to it. Hey. And so I snitched on myself.
That's right. That's true. You can't kick my door down if I turn myself in.
Now what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm the one who's writing the emails. How's that?
Who's winning now?
I was complaining about them.
Yeah.
So I got my complaint in first. So I think I should win.
I win. Enjoy Hawaii, jerk.
Yeah, enjoy your vacation. Sorry, your tender mercies were affected. I'm sure that was the first time you've ever heard that word.
Yeah, right. At some point, you want to go. I know you're not supposed to, but at some point, you want to go. Lighten up. It was a mistake.
Yeah,
it's not like they told the crowd to F off. I've seen comics snap and tell the crowd to F off, fuck off. I've seen that, which is a whole different level of snap where you're like, ooh, he's angry. He knows he's swearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At that point, the only way out is through, bro. You know what I mean? I slipped and said fuck.
Just put your head down, muscle right through, man. Just keep going.
Yeah. It's the only argument I'm going to be able to make later is that I forgot it was a clean show. So I'm going to have to really pull out the midget porn bit here for you guys.
I got to close my dirtiest. Oh, well, here comes the aristocrats. Let's go. Bam.
Yeah. Have you ever been doing a show that's supposed to be clean and you're feeling it, so you're kind of off the res a little bit, right? And you're like, oh, and start telling a joke, and about halfway through, you realize that it does not stay clean.
Yes, yeah, I've done that a couple times.
You know, you're like, it's like being on a road, and you see the road closed, bridge out sign, and you're still going 80.
I made a terrible mistake.
I cannot end this joke.
Right.
I've already set up the callback, and I should have picked that one. That was the exit I should have got off at. But
I've done that too. But I've made a joke out of that. I've actually just stopped a bit. The first time it happened to me, I just stopped and made fun of it and told the crowd, I can't finish that joke. And that got a huge laugh. Yeah. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, I go, well, that's my out for that forever now. If I ever do that again, forever. It's a perfect out. You know what I mean? Because it's true.
You're like, well, yeah, I still needed 6 minutes to fill, and it was perfect. As long as I remember to stop before you reach the abyss.
Take a 9-minute dirty bit, and you do 6 minutes of it, and then you close with I can't close with that. There you go.
Oh, I forgot. Oh man. Well, I guess I can't sell my T-shirt with a dick on it. So
just
see y'all later.
Or stop yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a clean show? My bad. I apologize.
I guess it is 4 p.m. I've been drinking.
I'm sorry. I'm a little hammered.
Yeah. Anyone else get off the ship in Cozumel today?
Who can blame me?
Dude, I speaking of doing things that I hadn't done before, and because everything changed, a couple of weeks ago, I worked at the Helium Club in St. Louis.
Oh, I saw that, dude. I saw the pics.
I worked with Big Jay Okerson, who a great guy, fun hang.
Right.
Like that guy a lot. But dude, I hadn't featured for a weekend at a comedy club 12 years easily. Right. I was like, I just, I hadn't done it. How it is once you start closing, you don't really slide back unless you're kind of doing something special with somebody.
Right.
And especially, 5-6 years of working on ships, where you're pretty much the only comic on your show. It was an adjustment to go back to being a middle act, for the weekend. But man, as difficult as it was to kind of figure out, I forgot why they called it the rocking chair. You know what I'm saying? That sweet spot. Oh my God. Once I adjusted the timing a little bit. Yeah, dude. It was like, this is
and
the
sometimes
best ever.
In situations like that, they'll tell you just to do 25. And you're like, okay. As you go out and do 25, I can do 25 minutes with my eyes closed. You know what I mean? Before
the hard part's stopping.
Yeah, it is. So I would just, I always knew, like, I know what I'm going to close with. So I do whatever, and then I close, and I'm out, and it's easy money. You go sit down, you're like, you get paid.
It was so cake.
Yeah.
The pay was shit, obviously.
No, the pay's terrible because you're a feature, but again, it's easy money because you're like 25 minutes.
It's easy money.
You know what I mean? And you're crushing because that's right there, like it's that sweet spot. It's right in that spot where they're already warmed up, and you get to, and you're a pro, so it's not like other features that are going to go out there. I got to do really good. You're just like, I got 25 minutes to do. I'll be right. Hold this drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, right. I'll finish this story in just a second. He's saying my name. I have to go.
Yeah. Hold that thought.
Yeah. But I tell you learn that there's tricks to it, right? You know what I mean? It's not like, here's what I learned, and I don't know if this is interesting or not, but when you're featuring for someone, especially if you've been headlining and you go back down, you have to learn, don't go into the crowd, especially if you're working with a headliner that does go into the crowd and does a lot of crowd work. Right. Don't kick those ant mounds first. That'll piss them off and it'll be your last week. Right. Don't go long, obviously, but like there's like a different drum beat that you play too. Like the way that when you're headlining and how you sort of settle in and now it's your show. Like, thanks for going through all those openers. Now I'm the one you're here to see, and you put your drink on the stool and you get comfortable.
Sure. Yeah.
Like when you're featuring, I don't get cozy because I look at it like, this is not my stage. This is not my show. I'm just going to come up here and grab the mic, get everything out of the way, and stand and do it. Like I was like, if you're featuring, don't take a drink on stage. Just fucking go hit it, quit it, get out of the way. I don't know if that's the right observation, but that's kind of how I looked at it. Like, you can't piss anybody off if you're just going up there and doing exactly the time, right? And not burning all the cards of the drunk lady sitting up front, you know? Like, I found out I was doing that with Big J, where I had never met him until right before the first show on Thursday. Like, we had mutual friends and knew of each other a little bit, but never like hung out with him. And then I go up on stage, and as soon as I come off in the wings as he's waiting to go on, it was like a quick debrief. Like, I was like, okay, this guy up front, he's going to be a problem. He's a chef. You got the guys to your left, look like a jug band, you know what I mean? So it was like real quick, and it was like, cool. It was like just in passing, like a quick download of it. And like, as soon as he come off, he's like, oh yeah, that chef guy, he wouldn't shut the fuck up. That guy was cool. It was like, it was a neat,
dude, that's like baseball
kind of connection.
That's like baseball. Like. It's like when you're walking out of the box and going, dude, he's tight low inside. Lay off that, and then he'll come outside. Okay, thanks, man.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. It's like, I just struck out, but there's still a guy at third. So if he wiggles his hat, it's the off speed.
Yeah. You're gonna tag this guy. Trust me. He can't throw anymore.
Oh shit. I know we're getting close to the end here, and I appreciate you having me on. But dude, I got another new project that I'm starting.
What is it?
Going back to my sports talk radio roots.
Oh, I love that. All right.
Yeah. me and my buddy Barry Laminack and our friend Mike Liebeshock, we all used to work at ESPN here in Houston,
Right.
and all fired separately at different times for
Sweet.
cause. But we decided to get together and create a new show. It's called Sports Riot, and so we're doing on Twitch. So we'll be on Twitch.
Oh, that's genius, dude.
Tuesday.
Very cool.
Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then on the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, depending on whenever there's a big game. Like we're going to do a lot of what they call side casting. You know what side casting is? That's,
yeah.
Essentially, when there's a big game on, you just are the alternate audio kind of thing. So it's the
When
we've done that a couple times.
A buddy of mine tried to get me. He had told me, he was like, "Dude, we gotta watch a Bears game, and you just gotta do your thing." So it's exactly the same thing, which is the opposite of. It's not the announcers, but it's it's a whole different. Why'd you drop the fucking ball? It's a whole different approach.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. And
Yeah.
on Twitch, that's really smart. That's a great. That's really cool because a ton of people will tune in to check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Twitch is kind of a bit of a gold rush right now, man, and because it's this great big platform that's really easy to use and it's really good live streaming, but it's all just kind of gamers and weird internet girls in hot tubs. No one knows how to use it yet, so it's like get in there now.
Yeah, right.
Get in there, plant a flag, and grow an audience because there's tens of thousands of people on there.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how. I didn't want to go into. I got this on YouTube, and then I'm on Facebook. I didn't want to tackle another platform, man. I'm already spread thin as it is now. My brother Mike does.
That's
Twitch.
tough.
Mike does Twitch and does video games. Yeah, because he's got he does great. He's got a ton of people that follow him, and he does all the video game stuff, and he streams at certain times. And I got buddies.
It's smart.
I just haven't been able to figure it out. Plus, I'm late to the picnic. That's my deal. When it's on its way down, that's when I come in, dude. That's when I swoop in,
dude. I am really bad about almost I get on things too early. I'm so wrapped up in the first wave that I'm more like the pioneer who gets arrows, and then the settlers come in right after and reap the rewards. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I don't like being on the first of things anymore. I'm like, I want to go in the little bit of that. I want to be at the front of the second wave. That seems to be where the most success is.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm looking at. But dude, hey, I think you've done an amazing job figuring out and navigating the seas of what you are doing. You know what I mean? The way you got streams on YouTube and the Facebook and all that. This stuff, it's a young man's game figuring out all this shit, dude.
I know, dude.
You've done an amazing job keeping it up.
I appreciate that, man. I thank you, man. Also, and dude, you good. What kind of mic are you using there? What are you using there, mic-wise?
Blue Yeti.
Dude, I like it. It sounds great.
Oh, well, thanks, man.
Yeah,
just had it stuffed.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Classy.
Yeah.
Oh, you unplugged it now. I can't hear you. What did you do? I take it back. Your microphone sucks, John. Yeah, no, you're still out. Hold on. That's the best. All right, well, at least we made it over an hour. We got over an hour. I'm glad this happened at the end of the show. I don't know what you did. I love showing you. Look at John. Look at he's trying to figure it out. He's got a plug. He's got a microphone. He's like, son of a, damn it! I gotta be on Twitch soon. This is bullshit. What do I want to do? I'm going to talk to Lenny, even though he can't hear me. He looks so defeated, dude. He looks like a little kid at Christmas that didn't get the gift he wanted. Oh, all right. Well, that was the most awkward ending to a show I've ever had. Right there is that John just look at. I'm gonna leave you on there because you're throwing a tantrum. It's actually great to watch. It's almost as good as when Bill Gorgo was on. Are you bringing the kids in? Yeah, maybe they can figure it out. Yeah, the kids might know. Oh, I heard you for a second, and then you're gone. I can't hear you. It's a chord thing. It's a sensitivity chord thing. Okay, bye. 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 Yeah, that's great. Hey, I'm actually kind of happy. I'm the guy. I didn't screw up this time. It wasn't me. Usually it's me screwing up. This time it was my guest. So there you go, folks. I just want you to know that I had nothing. It was not my fault. So let's plug John's stuff. You can watch John on Twitter. I needed to ask what the name of your second album is. Hang on, I got your website here. Let me see if I can find it. Warm It First is the most recent one. And let me see if look, what are you doing? You're like, hold on, I got a better idea. Hang on, John. I'm looking for your second album, John, and I can't seem to find it. Now he's frozen completely.
Now, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. What happened?
Try that. Why didn't we? After we talked about it before the show, why did we talk about
the same thing? You just signed out and signed back in?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was so dumb. Here we are bragging about. It's a great microphone.
This is great. I love it. Just a few minutes ago, you've come so far, dude. Early on, there was nothing. There was no technology. It was just you. And there was like a string, and now look at you. You're like a what?
You know, if we'd have tried to do it on purpose, it wouldn't have worked.
No, right. See, it's only better. So I blame the kids from Westview. That's why I have kids from Westview that I blame for everything. Those little shits.
Yeah, I think my kid goes to Westview. That explains everything.
All right, dude. What's the name of your other album? The one you had before?
I was gonna try to charades it to you, but it's called 3 Dart Rhino.
3 Dart Rhino. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Someone's calling.
Oh
me.
Yeah, someone's calling you.
That's
nice.
Cool.
This is fun.
Let's
hear. Let's listen in.
This went professional all up till about the 7 o'clock hour. Right at 7 o'clock, things went to shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's called what? 3 Dart what?
It's called 3 Dart Rhino, as in I'm a big boy and it takes a lot of darts to get me down.
Where can people find that?
Anywhere. It's on all of them. Anywhere that you stream music, you should be able to find it. So you put in my name.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll pop up everywhere.
All right.
And I couldn't even tell you which one pays me the most. So just find it for free and enjoy it. You know what I mean? And then come see me when I'm performing nearby.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, and catch them on Twitch. What's the handle on Twitch? Where are people finding you on Twitch?
It's called Sports Riot, and you can find it on Twitch at twitch.tv/sportsriotlive.
Got it. Perfect. So
That starts on Thursday.
I'll put it on the bio. I'll put it. That's cool. With the, you gonna do the draft Thursday?
Oh yeah. We're gonna mock the draft.
Oh, that's great. That's a good thing to mock. That first draft. Okay, that'll be good.
Oh yeah,
that's
gonna be good. Got some fun stuff planned.
Good, man. Right on. All right, folks. That's John Wessling. Give John Wessling a round of applause. Let me see if we can do this the right way. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah,
great. I love that.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Lenny.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
Sure. Thanks, Sean. All right, that was my friend. That's John Wessling, folks, right there. Things went well to the end. So don't watch the 4-minute time period. You guys were great. Thank you so much. I am going to play this clip. If you guys are still here and you want to see this, I'm going to play it. I don't care. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Dream of Pinky. And we're going to close this show the way I wanted to do this. This is a clip of Carl Labove, who passed away on Saturday. And Carl's the guy that inspired me to do stand-up. And this is one of his clips. This is him telling his designated driver story. It's very funny. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you in 2 days. Thanks so much. Good night.
If you haven't been the designated driver, do it. It saves lives, and you learn so much about your friends. Because when they know that you're going to drive them home, they're going to take full advantage of you. They don't just get drunk, they get extra drunk. So drunk that a little circus starts in their brain that you're not invited to. You turn the radio down while you're driving, you can actually hear... So you're stuck with a socially retarded sitting in your passenger seat. They're no help at all, they're whooping it up. driving me around. No, hey, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I know you never did. You never did. But you did it. Dude. Well, fucking look at me when I'm talking to you. Fuck the road. I'll tell you when I see shit coming. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. I know you've been busy. You've been real busy ever since you got caller ID. You lucky you ran into me at the bar tonight. Yeah, man. No, hey, dude. Remember when we used to do this shit every night? Get all drunked up, go out looking for the ladies. Then you fell in love, got married, had kids, kept a job, and fucked it all up. I gotta do this shit by myself. Now I'm drinking for two. Hey, push it. I don't fuck with you, dude. I miss you, man. Dude, I'm being real. From the bottom, from my heart. Motherfucker, what are you laughing at? I'm trying to share shit from my soul. And you sitting laughing in my face? Huh? No, man, no, I'm not gonna get emotional. All right? I'm not gonna get emotional. I understand, man. You've always been there for me, man. You've always been there for me. My whole family always thought I was a loser, but you always backed me up, man. Always backed me up. Man, I fucking respect it. I respect what you do in your life, and I love you like a brother, man.
That was Carl Labove. I don't know exactly what year that was from, but that was Carl Labove. He passed away Saturday. It was an inspiration to many comics, myself especially, and someone we all looked up to, and someone who had he was a pretty amazing guy. He had a beautiful heart. He was a beautiful person, and he was a great comic. So he will sorely be missed. The rest of you guys, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. I'll be here in a couple days on Wednesday. Thanks for watching the whole show. I really appreciate it. And dream of Pinky.
Lenny Schmidt Quarantine Comedy was created, produced, and is hosted by Lenny Schmidt. We live stream on YouTube at 6 p.m. Pacific every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Special episodes occasionally stream or are uploaded on Tuesday and Thursday. Every episode is also launched as a podcast and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. If you enjoyed the show, please like the video. If you really like it, share the video. If you really like it, please subscribe to the Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. You'll get updates on this and numerous other online comedy content that my dad produced. Check the info section below for detailed information on all of our guests. If you are a fan, you can follow and support them as well. Go to their page, like their content, buy their albums, purchase a shirt, any merch they may be selling. Anything you do will support performers will literally help save the arts. In fact, if you want to support this show financially, just go to lennyschmidt.com/ifyoucan or Venmo at Lenny Schmidt Comedy. If you donate as little as $1 or as much as $10,000, it will help pay for the stuff my dad keeps breaking. If you can't pay for the comedy content, that's okay. COVID sucks for all of us. Enjoy the free show. If you want to find a way to support what we do, just subscribe to Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. That really helps a lot. Thank you for listening to my dad's show, and as always, dream of Pinky.